What's up, viewers? This is Domestic43, and sadly, I'm using the default textures, which is something I don't usually do. But the reason I do that is the new update coming out next week. It'll be pretty cool, except they're going to be removing texture packs, so that's going to be real sad. But it will improve the modding interface. For right now, just shut up over there. Anyway, so right now, I'm going to show you a really cool mod. Hopefully it's up to date by the new update, game update. So it's called the All You Want mod, and it's really good for like trolling and map making and cheating and map making. So what you do in this mod, so to begin, there are no real crafting recipes, but yeah, what it allows you to do is to get new items and even edit items you already have in your inventory. So to begin, you want to enter your survival inventory or something, and press and then put your cursor over whatever you want to edit. Or let's begin with an empty item. So just go over an inventory slot, press the R key on your keyboard, and then yeah, you could save some favorites and stuff. This is what I used to make the Star Wars PvP map, if you ever saw that. So you could choose a variety of different in-game items, like such. And stuff like that. Let's take cheese, for example. And then you can enchant it, believe it or not. Or you could just choose one of these items if you want to choose a favorite. If you edit an item and you want to save it for future use, you can just edit your item, press save. For example, let's take some smooth sandstone, name it G, and give it any stack you want, damage amount, and then you could add some lower lines, which would be whatever appears underneath, like let's say and then you can press save, and there's your awkward item. See, there you go. And I don't really want to, that's just for demonstration purposes. And then you can delete that if you want, and you can use it to put it up in here. So you have a surprise egg, and then when you're done, you press save, and it will show up in your inventory. That's the basic stuff, but let's begin with editing objects. Let's show off changing items. So that's simple enough. Now we have water in our inventory. Now I'll show you this stuff. So for, let's say, a sword, you can enchant it any way you want. Anyway, let's see, 10,000 is the max, I think. Let's add a bunch of random enchantments. Now our iron sword has all that stuff. So let's spawn ourselves. Let's say, what should we do? A villager. Guess what? If this seems weird to you, how they're not making any sounds, this is done before the 1.6 update. Just so you know, just letting you know again. So, insta kill, insta kill, insta kill, insta kill. There you go. So that's that, and then you can do that with armor. So you could do stuff like, let's say, unbreaking on 10,000, or you could do lower, like for example, like what, respiration 10 or protection 10 or 16, something like that. And let's just say, and Joe, for a lower line, we got our very interesting looking chain beads. Oh, and you can you could rename it or give it a stack or something, but let's put them on and such. So there we go. I know it's weird, isn't it? So we're done with that. Let's go into the head, and you could do the same things with that, but player head name. So you could just type the name of a player. Let's say, and you could type the name of any player that you want. For example, let's try Who should we try? I'm still thinking. Oh yeah, how about my own head? No, wait, yeah, my own head. Actors 403's head. There we go. It's my head. It matches. See? Huh. Just using this default texture pack sort of helps. See? It looks just like me. Just remember, it will not show the hat. So, just like, you know, you use a texture pack and the mobs have hats, and you put the head, there's no hat. Same with these. For example, let's do one that does have a hat, like, let's say, and then you put out his head. He's supposed to be wearing some glasses, and they're not there. That's just a problem with these heads, but it's pretty nice. It's used in a lot of maps and servers and such. It's pretty cool. Next one here we have custom potions. Just want to do that in that order. You could do custom potions. You could have them any of these. So let's see, instant damage 15, or fire resistance 15, or hunger 1, stuff like that. And that is a pretty unusual potion there. See how good a map making tool this is? Wait a minute. Where'd my... Yeah, they're in there. They're there. Never mind. So let's drink the potion. And as you can see, we have that stuff. Now let's just use some milk and quench it. So we're done with that. So, next thing I want to show you is enchanted books. Okay, there we go. Come on. There we go. So, book enchants, so, as we all know, book enchantments is basically a book that has enchantments on it, and that you can toss into an anvil along with an item you want to enchant, and then you can enchant it that way. So, let's say we have knockback, sharpness, and punch 17. Save that. That's a lot of stuff, isn't it? Now let's just walk on over to an anvil. Oh, there's an anvil. There you are. And then let's toss in this stuff and add more enchantments to our arsenal. And there we go. It works. Next thing I want to show you are books. So I made this little book right here. It's called Valuables. Quick little book for you guys. Diamonds, emeralds, iron, coal, gold, redstone, wood. As you can see, and sometimes there are cases where you don't want your username to show up every time you write a book. You may want it to show someone else's name, or you may want it to say, you may want it to be some fictional character's creation. Guess what? Enter your all you want mod, and you can change the title of the book if you want. Let's call it. Let's call it. Subscribe if you want to. That's also good advice for you guys. Subscribe to the Masters 43 Network. And then, how about? Never played that game before, actually. And then we could change this from Masters 43 to Steve. Now it's Steve's work, and it's called VVVVVV. It has nothing to do with the game at all. Next one is Fireworks Star. So you just enter Fireworks Star, and you can add your attributes. So add your colors, fade colors, and stuff like that. Just doing this randomly. Let's make it a star, a trail, and then save that. We have all that stuff. Now let's take some paper. Where is that? Right there. And then go over to our crafting table, and then craft ourselves a firework. No. Huh. Funny. I thought that's how you crafted fireworks. Paper. Stuff like that. And do this. Oh well. However you craft fireworks, again, nah, never mind that. But it works. Don't worry. I used to be able to craft fireworks, but I forgot the recipe because I haven't done them in so long. So, next thing is fireworks, so you get to edit their fireworks stuff. So, same thing here. You can add an explosion if you want, and you can add an explosion. Change the attributes and everything. Now we can try launching this. Wait, oh yeah, I made a mistake, I think. So, trail, add explosion, add fade color, add color. What's this? Ah, okay, that's that stuff. And then save it. And it has all that stuff. So let's launch it in our house. Don't worry, it won't blow anything up like it should. And there's our new fireworks. Fireworks show in your mom review room. It's tiny, isn't it? I know, it doesn't quite fit, does it? So, that's that thing. And then if you want to, you can enchant a random item. Let's say a music disc. And then let's take, no wait, not a music, maybe not a music disc. How about a cookie? I'll just get a cookie out. And then, let's see, knockback 10, save that, and then we have knockback 10. So, let's spawn ourselves another villager. I know. If you ever heard of SpongeBob, I know he looks a lot like Squidward, one of the characters. Let's knock him back. See? Cookie slap. Cookie slap. Cookie slap. Ah, broke my anvil. Okay, next up, let's give ourselves some sharpness. Some sharpness 5. Add the enchantment. That noise. It's interrupting my recording. It doesn't sound as nice at all. And then, boop, boop. He's dead. Hope you enjoyed the mod review. If you have an opinion, leave a comment. If you like the video, leave a like. If you really like it, leave a favorite. And if you want more, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Lights out.